What's going on there, YouTube? And welcome back to another comic book video. This is the channel where we sit down and cover different comic book stories from different comic book companies. Today, we're going to jump back over to Marvel Comics, and we're going to continue our coverage over the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Now, we are covering the big Ultimate Marvel event called Divided We Fall, United We Stand. It was a huge crossover event with the Ultimates, the X-Men, and Miles Morales Spider-Man. Today, we're going to pick up with the Ultimates once again. And this video right here will wrap up the Ultimates in the Divided We Fall, United We Stand event, where Thor must fight against his son, Modi. So if you do like today's comic book video, please hit that like button down below and also subscribe to the channel for more content to come in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read? Well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoy today's video. So the way this story begins, we pick up with some random couple talking about they have to do something. At first you're wondering what they are talking about, since they mention the country's civil war. At the end of this page, they state they must help Hydra end the war. The next page gives us a page where we see how big the Hydra army has become. Because remember that the army was small, except thanks to Modi, the son of Thor, he was able to help the army grow to the point the American government would be scared of them. Then the book finally picks up where the last Ultimates video left off, where we saw Thor meeting his son Modi for the first time since putting him in the World Tree, where we see that Modi is trying to raise up a new empire under his control, that everything he did was for him to become a ruler, and he also states all he had to do was play with the true human emotions to get what he needed, that he was able to achieve all of this without even trying. Now, he also mentions how he is disappointed in his father for failing to stop Reed Richards and the children when they killed off Asgard. You have Thor trying to reason with his son, but it is not working. Then we see that somehow Thor falls under the control of Modi. We then pick up at the present moment, where Modi and Hydra are ready to make their big move. Except you have Modi mention that Hydra needs to get ready for S.H.I.E.L.D. since they are already here. That is when we see that some of the Hydra agents are really S.H.I.E.L.D. agents in disguise, which leads to the all-out battle we saw back in our last Ultimate Divided We Fall, United We Stand video. So right now, it's just a civil war in America. We then get a page where we see Monica Chang, Iron Man, and Captain America sitting on the helicarrier talking about the weird brain signature they have found that makes Iron Man wonder what is going on. Captain America wants to go out there and help his fellow S.H.I.E.L.D. soldiers, but of course, Monica Chang says no since he is now the president. The next couple pages, we see that Hydra is actually too much for S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Ultimates. You have Hawkeye be our eyes on the ground as he talks about how bad they are losing. He is asking for more assistance, but Monica Chang does not want to throw Iron Man out there just yet. Then you have this big moment where everyone sees Captain America riding on one S.H.I.E.L.D. vehicle with the American flag, which basically gets everyone motivated to keep fighting this war. The problem is that Captain America gets shot right out of the sky, and this continues to show the idea how bad things are getting for the Ultimates in S.H.I.E.L.D. They are losing this war. This is the moment where we learn how Modi is able to mind control Thor so easily, where we see he has the Mind Gem, which was one of the many artifacts that was locked away in Project Pegasus. Remember, Project Pegasus was a place where the American government locked away items that were very dangerous or never could be figured out, just like the Mind Stone. And to give you a quick rundown on where the Mind Stone came from, well, basically, when Odin was just a regular Asgardian, before he was an Allfather, he roamed the 9 realms for a great foe. He found Hydra. I do hope I pronounced that name correctly, who was very intelligent, except when Odin tried to control Hydabar's mind after beating him, well, he couldn't. So his mind was turned into the Mind Stone. To close on the first chapter of this book, we see Modi use the Mind Stone to control Cassandra Lang, who is Giant Woman, which he made her attack the helicarrier that Monica Chang was on. Then you have Modi instruct Thor to then attack Captain America, when we get this epic page where we see Captain America tries to block Thor's attack. Now, in the second chapter of this video, we literally pick up with Captain America and the Ultimates talking like they won the war. We missed the war, and we pick up with the aftermath. The Ultimates won the battle, but not the war. Hydra is living down in the underground, but slowly gaining a following. Captain America had 3 years of martial law, and things aren't really that great. That is when we realize that this is just a dream, because that is when we see Peter Parker, Hank Pym, and the Scarlet Witch as well. These folks are dead in this universe. That lets Captain America realize what he is seeing is all fake. That is when Captain America wakes up being choked out by Thor himself, and Captain America realizes that he's still fighting in the war. He tries to convince Thor that he is being controlled, but Thor is not listening at all. We even see how bad the Ultimates are losing, where it seems that everything is falling apart for the Ultimates. The Ultimates are pinned thanks to Hydra forces. It actually gets to the point where Hawkeye gets blown away by a blast. When he looks up, he has a gun pointed at him. It is actually the lady we saw at the very beginning of our video, and she is getting ready to kill off Hawkeye. Now this leads up to the big moment where you have Captain America try one more time to convince Thor that he is being mind controlled, which actually gave Captain America some breathing room when Thor tries to fight against the mind control. While Thor was doing that, you have Captain America actually take his shield and break the Mind Stone, which of course frees everyone who was under its control. So, with everyone no longer being under the control of the Mind Stone, the numbers of Hydra drops quickly, lets us know that a lot of the soldiers on the Hydra side were really not on the Hydra side, that really they were being forced to join Hydra by Modi using the Mind Stone. So you have Giant Woman actually start helping out saving Monica Chang before she is killed. Then you have all the Ultimates coming together, getting ready to attack the last of Hydra one more time. Then we get to see the big bang of the story, where we see Thor have to do the one thing that no father should have to do. Except for Thor, it was one of those things he had to do that must happen to save the world. Thor killed his son Modi right then and there, and that is all we get to see of Modi. To close on this video, we see that the Ultimates coming together, where we see this is going to be the new status quo for the Ultimates. Captain America is the president. Monica Chang is the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. Really, the Ultimates kind of make the rules now for America, where the book closes that something is coming, and we will see that in the next few Ultimates stories. And this is where we are going to end today's video. So please hit that like button down below, and also subscribe to the channel for more content to come in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read? Well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoy today's video.